Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, what is this, day 4 of our trip?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
First day was on the road again. Well,
On the road.
on the road. Second day, we went to the caves.
The second day was on the road again.
Yeah, again.
Again.
But we went to the caves. That was cool. If you missed that video, you should go watch it. Third day was family day. We didn't record a video that day. Lily took some cool pictures though. Lily's like taking pictures. She's gonna enter pictures in the state fair for 4-H. So she took some cool pictures. We'll share those.
Well, family day, we did do our live.
We did our live stream.
Mikey was on the live stream.
Yep.
And then I also did record the deal or Facebook Live.
So if you know Wiley Paul on Facebook,
Yep.
then yeah, he recorded the family day ceremony, which had the smoke bomb.
So
awesome.
Yes.
So
it was
cool.
So cool.
Definitely an experience that I'm glad that we got to attend. It was so cool, huh, Hunter? Yeah. I'm all like way overexposed right now. It's fine. These stupid cameras just auto adjust.
They couldn't see them, but if you paid close attention, you could see them marching through the smoke, and it kind of looked like a really foggy field.
It
Like,
was
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah,
Yellow.
they had yellow and green smoke, right? I think. I don't know. Anyway.
So if you go to my Facebook Live and watch the Facebook Live, the most of the first of the Facebook Live is just the speeches and talking and all that
National
stuff.
anthem and stuff.
But that is in there, and that was absolutely
So cool.
amazing to watch, y'all. It is worth going and checking out.
I did take a couple clips of that, so I might just throw it together at the end of this video. I don't know, part of day 3, because I took a couple clips of that. I took a clip of Michael. I don't know if I haven't watched it yet to see if I actually got it on camera or not, but we were looking for Michael, and I had my camera recording, but I don't know if it was pointed in the right direction, because I was paying attention to trying to look for Michael and not necessarily
Where the camera was aimed.
where the camera was aimed. So,
So we was really wanting to tease Mikey, because
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this, but you have to tap them out. They have to stand at attention, and they cannot move until you touch them and tap them out.
Yeah.
And I was really wanting to mess with Mikey, so I was wanting to, walk up
I'm not
there
touching
and be
you.
like,
I'm not touching you.
tease him, and I kind of really wanted to do that, but the way it happened, I think, was extremely awesome, guys. Lily was actually the first one to see Mikey. Really, her and me seen him at about the same time.
But Lily moves faster.
But Lily moves faster than I do.
So-
And she almost tackled him in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And
So I hope I got that on camera.
but it turned out really awesome. And we had a really good day with Mikey that day.
I also got a clip of him having his first home-cooked meal in months.
In months.
So that I know was a good clip. I'll include that at the end of this video.
The boy eat 3.5 platefuls
And then a 4th plate
later that day.
later
Yeah.
in the day before we returned him. So that was funny. So we take him back. We escorted him back to his platoon. And he showed us his box. Like, I literally thought when he said they put him in a box that it was like a city block or something. No, it was literally like...
Probably, what? I'd say probably...
the size of our camp.
Yeah, 50 by 60, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, yeah.
So other than, having to go do the confidence course and do the AFTs and the PT tests and stuff, like, other than that, they were pretty much confined to this little courtyard and the building that they lived in, which they also did laundry there. They also ate there. Like, everything was in that building or that courtyard. So I was really surprised that they kept him in such a tiny little space. and why he was so excited to be like, freedom. So we had taken him out to, there's a place on base called Twin Lakes, which more like two ponds is what I see it as.
Right.
But either way, we took him out there, and we spent some time out in the woods.
It was fairly secluded. There was only maybe 2 or 3 other families out there with us. And one of those families happened to be one of Mikey's buddies.
Yeah.
And so we wound up spending part of the day with them, which was really cool. That was really nice people. Yeah. And
then we had to...
Just so y'all know, guys, we're sitting in dead stop traffic right now.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell, there's cars around us that aren't moving. Well, that one's on a trailer, but either way, yeah, there's an accident ahead. So I was like, hey, this is a perfect time to do a video real quick. Anyway, so yeah, yesterday was super cool. Yesterday was family day. We got him until 7 p.m. And then we took him back to his battalion, I guess. I don't know. And it was funny because they, you know, at 7 o'clock, the drill sergeant started yelling at him, and they had to get in formation, and so the families kind of stepped back. Well, then they did it. They did some like marching in place and did some cadences, and we're like, man, this is so cool. My phone was in the car charging, and I didn't think that, I was like, we already got pictures and things, so I didn't get any of that, unfortunately. But then the drill sergeants like smoked them in front of all of us. And they were, the recruits were like, get out of here, go away, leave us. Because the drill sergeants...
Had to sing a song telling us to leave.
Oh, is that what it was? The drill sergeants would not let them stop doing push-ups until all of the parents and family members were out of sight. Like, we walked around the building, and then we come back into sight, and they just kept, like, smoking them. So we had to...
I thought it was pretty funny, guys. I loved it.
It was funny too. So, I mean, someone's parents were gonna stay, and I'm glad that we were some of the parents that stayed.
I forgot to ask him while we was with him this morning. Dang it.
So then today was graduation, and that was cool. They did marches, and they recited the Soldier's Creed, and we got to celebrate the retirement of someone on base, and it was really awesome. Today his biological dad tapped him out, and before we left, we gave Michael some beef jerky, and we gave him hugs and got one last picture with him, and then he is riding with his biological dad to his AIT, his Advanced Individual Training, in Virginia, and so we headed south.
Yeah.
So we took off early, and we headed south. I mean, I think we were off base by like 11.
Before 11, yeah.
It was before
we was
11.
On the road at 11, so yeah.
And thankfully today wasn't as cold as yesterday, because yesterday sitting in those bleachers, oh, it was so cold. It sucked so bad. So if you are going to go to a graduation this time of year, I'm just glad it wasn't like December or January or when it's like really, really cold outside. At least we got a springtime one. But either way, it was an awesome ceremony. And thank you to so many of you that tuned in to the Fort Jackson YouTube page and watched the graduation. If you haven't, if you missed it, you can go to the Fort Jackson YouTube channel. We posted a link in our on our community tabs on all 3 of our channels, so you can go back and you can watch it, and it was an incredible ceremony.
And if we can get it done, we'll post a link in the bottom of this in the description.
Yeah,
so,
I can do it, but whether or not I remember is a different story.
Yeah.
So if you want it and you can't find it, leave a comment and tell me I'm blonde and I forgot. And then when I read the comment, I'll get around to posting it. But either way, so yeah, after graduation, we headed south. Wiley decided before we left that instead of just coming here and going back, we were going to make a road trip out of it and have some fun with Lily and Hunter, because they've never gotten to do anything like this before. And actually, there's a lot of this stuff that I've never been able to do before. So when you live paycheck to paycheck, you just don't have money for a vacation, and we really don't either. But thanks to some extra things that we have done, and some people,
and thanks to quite a few of you guys.
Yes, several of you have sent us money, which we didn't ask for, but we really appreciate. And we're not asking for any right now, so you don't have to do that. But you know, it's just, we decided that we are going to take this opportunity and make memories, because memories are important, and it's not something that we get to do usually. So today we left South Carolina and we headed down towards Jacksonville, Florida. The family that we hung out with yesterday said that one of the best beaches between here and, we want to go to like the Mobile, Biloxi area to do something, and I'm not going to tell you guys what that is because I don't want to break the news to these guys, just in case it doesn't work out. Maybe the water is going to be too rough, or maybe something's going to be closed, or maybe, you know, things come up. So, but if you stay tuned and we do those things, I'll tell you about it later. But either way, so we went to Jekyll Island in Georgia today. Jekyll Island was awesome.
Very awesome.
It cost $10 to get on the island, which is totally worth it. We visited, I think, 4 different beaches, a historical site. I don't know. It was awesome. We collected some seashells. Of course, most of them are broken, but I was like, Lily, we could take these home and we can make like a wind chime out of them, or we could make some necklaces or something, and Lily likes doing that kind of stuff. So we did that today. Lily got to experience the ocean. Well, Lily and Hunter both experienced the ocean today. And Lily just had like the best time ever. Sorry, the audiobook started playing. It just kind of has a mind of its own. But I will, you know, also show you guys some of that footage and some of those photos. That way, if I want to go back and revisit the memories later, it's easy to find because it'll be on YouTube. So, and now we're back in the car. We had to stop and get gas. And we are back in the car and we are headed towards Jacksonville. We just got cleared of the accident, I guess. And we are trying to make it to Tallahassee tonight. I don't know if we'll make it that far because it would be really late when we get there.
Well, no. Let me just tell you the story. Yeah, you explain it. Because Jen has kept us up till midnight almost every night. And then we've been getting up at like 4:30 every morning to go to see Mikey and do all his stuff. It's been rather exhausting. For the last few, I mean, and then the night before that, we slept in the car, and it was...
So the last time we got a good night's sleep was Sunday.
Yeah. So we are all really exhausted. And we're going to make it as far as we can tonight. I'm not sure. Right now it's showing we are...
3 hours, a little over 3 hours from Tallahassee.
From Tallahassee.
So it says we'll get there about 10:30.
I'm not sure if we'll make it that far or not, but we'll cross our fingers.
Yeah.
But then that's going to put us getting in bed late again. Then we're going to be getting up early again. Then, you know, or I don't know. Anyway,
we'll figure it out. We're figuring it out as we go. So tomorrow we are going to be going to Destin Beach. We were told that it is an awesome beach, and that's in Florida. So we'll be going to that beach and spending a couple hours, and then we may be doing some other things. If we don't do the other things, we'll get a head start on getting over towards the Biloxi, Mobile, Alabama area, because there's some really fun stuff that we want to do there.
I would say tomorrow we're probably going to focus on Destin and the beach and do that tomorrow. And then Saturday morning, if you need to check and see if that stuff's going to be open on Saturday.
Okay.
And if that stuff's open on Saturday, then we'll probably just kick back and get a good night's sleep tomorrow night and be in Mobile.
Yeah. What do you think of the ocean, Hunter?
It was cool, but it was really, really windy.
It was so windy.
It was, guys, there was like, I don't know, I'm going to say probably 6 foot whitecaps. I mean, it was windy. It was bad.
Yep, you'll see that in the video.
Yeah, you'll see the videos, I'm sure, or pictures, or whatever we post. We wind up posting, but we couldn't swim. They said the undertow was so bad because of, you know, the wind and everything that, you know, nobody could swim. Which actually, it was probably too cold to swim anyway.
Yeah, it would have been one of those situations where you got in the water and you were fine, but then when you got out, you'd be freezing.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. We did walk along the beach. Lily and I walked along the beach in the water and had fun, but we didn't go swimming. And what'd you think of the graduation, Hunter? Okay.
I had to remember what it was like because I was getting mixed up with yesterday and everything.
Yeah. What'd you think of Family Day?
It was cooler.
What'd you think of the whole thing?
It was cooler.
Does it I don't know, I was gonna ask him a question, but I don't know how to ask it. But he said, I wish I could sign up now.
Yeah.
So he's at least right now, Hunter wants to serve our country also. So he's got a couple of years until he's old enough. He will be 15 this year, so he's got 2 years, a little over 2 years, till he can enlist. But yeah, so it was awesome, right, Hunter? Yeah. He's tired. Lily's back there. She's very tired. She might be asleep.
She's very cranky and tired.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But that's okay. Earlier she was like, "This is the best day ever," and now she's like,
Now
that's
she's
okay.
Now she's like, "This is the worst day ever."
Yeah. Right.
It's okay. It's all right. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Jekyll Island, totally worth the $10.
Yeah, they have a toll to get into Jekyll Island, which is a parking fee.
Yeah.
So it's $10 per car. And guys, it is worth every cent.
They have hotels over there. I didn't know. I don't even want to know how much they cost, but they have a campground. They have all sorts of stuff. Like a whole bunch of beaches. Tons of stuff to do. If you have a bike, bring it, because they have trails everywhere to ride.
We was actually talking about going to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
But Myrtle Beach would have added even a couple of more hours to the trip. So we was like, let's just get on I-95 and head south and see what, find something that's close, because I-95 runs close to the shore. So, find something that we can get off and go to that's going to not take us out of route very far. And that's what we wound up doing, was going to
spent
Jekyll Island.
way longer at the beach than we were supposed to.
I was intending to only spend 45 minutes or an hour or something there, and then get back on the road. And tomorrow was going to be beach day.
But we spent probably 30 minutes at each beach, and we went to 4 of them, plus a historical site.
I want to.
So
we got there at 1:30, 2 o'clock. And we didn't leave till almost 6.
Okay. Yeah. We were there for a while. We lost track of time. It was awesome, though. Great memories there. And if you're ever in the area, go to Jekyll Island. It's cool.
It is cool. Yep.
But yeah.
What town did you say that was in? It was fairly close to Savannah, Georgia, I think.
Yeah, close to Savannah.
A little ways south of Savannah, I think, if I remember right.
I can't remember the name of where it's close to, but it was very clean. It was very nice.
Very nice place.
So yeah, I'm just going to tack on a whole bunch of stuff at the end of this video. If you want to stay and watch it, cool. It's going to be pictures and video clips. And
if you made it this far, we know you're some of our loyal followers, and you're going to stay and watch it anyway, so check it out. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Even if you don't watch it, I'll go back later in my older age and watch it, because these are family memories that we won't be making these memories again, because if we get the opportunity to go on another vacation, we'll do other stuff, something different
that we haven't done before.
Right.
So,
and honestly, guys, it's pretty expensive. We're this.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, there's nothing we could do about it. It's Mikey's graduation. We wasn't going to miss it, you know. But it just came at an awful time. You know, gas is $4 or more a gallon.
Yeah.
There's, you know, we found a couple of spots that's been, you know, $3.79, $3.89, but for the most part, we're paying, you know, $4 or more a gallon. Awful time to be road tripping.
But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. And seriously, there's another crash, or is that the same crash?
I'm wondering if it's not the same crash. I think holy moly!
People need to learn how to drive, y'all.
I see stuff scattered out in the center median.
Holy moly! Yeah. Okay, we're gonna let y'all see this before we end this video.
Oh, is that a car or a motorcycle? I can't even tell. That's a motorcycle.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, man.
Dude's helmet is over there.
That's bad.
Pray for whoever was on that motorcycle.
Absolutely.
Yikes.
Wow.
Alright, y'all, if you look really carefully, I don't know if I can zoom in that far, but you might be able to see them moving around back there in the woods.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Training post, graduating over 40,000 soldiers annually. That is why our motto is victory starts here. Now, I'd like to give this a try. So when I say victory, I need all of you to respond by yelling, starts here. I'm going to say victory, you all yell, starts here. Let's try it. Victory!
Starts here!
Victory!
Starts here!
One more time, let's feel it. Victory!
Starts here!
There you go, that's perfect. The 3rd Battalion, 13th Infantry Regiment's mission is to transform men and women into soldiers, American soldiers, who are ready to train in their specialty. The non-commissioned officers that assist them with this transformation are the drill sergeants. The drill sergeant is the core of our battalion. And our drill sergeants, like the soldiers they train, are from a number of different specialties. Infantrymen, medics, communications experts, fuelers and paralegals, engineers and military police, just to name a few. They are combat veterans who bring vast experiences and expertise to bear when training soldiers. Now, if you're ready to see your soldiers, let's try the motto again. Victory!
Starts here!
All right, that's good. That's real good. But I think your soldiers deserve just a little bit better. Let's try it. Victory!
Starts here!
Excellent. Trainees, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States. And the orders of the officers appointed over me according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God.
Now the moment you have waited the last 10 weeks for. Please, carefully, and in a safe and orderly manner, locate your soldier on the field and enjoy the rest of the day. This concludes today's ceremony. On behalf of the
Wait, Hunter! Get in here, let's all go together. Let's stick together. It's so windy and cold.
You remember what he looks like, right?
I mean, yeah, but he probably doesn't look the same anymore. Lily, come over here.
Yeah, but you remember what he looks like in the photo,
Where did Wiley go? Hey, wait. Oh, there you are. Hang on. Stay together. Stay together. Stay together. Where?
Maybe? No.
There's people in the way. I can't see.
If he's taller than me, it's not him.
I don't know what his sister is.
Oh, dang it! Wiley, you didn't make him work for it.
I think you got taller.
How'd that happen?
We were gonna torture you.
But Wiley got soft.
Oh my gosh, look at you!
You got soft. I was gonna touch you. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's go get something to eat.
I'm hungry.
Alright, y'all. Mississippi roast and some mashed taters, and I didn't make the sourdough, but still, Michael's Michael's first meal, home cooked meal in 10 weeks, y'all. Hunter said it's the best thing I've cooked in 10 weeks. Remember, you don't have to scarf it. Like, you can take your time.
You don't have to inhale it like Major Payne does.
We don't need you throwing up. Savor it.
Savor it.
Was it worth waiting for?
He goes.
No, yeah. It definitely was.
Was it worth the wait?
Lily, read yours first.
So, I started off with
You have to tell us what it is.
fox,
A what?
cat, fox.
Okay.
So Mikey draws. I don't know what this is.
More like a squirrel.
Okay.
That was exactly what my guess was, Mikey.
So, Wiley guesses squirrel. So, Mom
Mom drew
A fat squirrel.
that
A fat
squirrel don't
squirrel.
look like a squirrel very well.
Yes,
Okay.
it does. It just looks like a fat squirrel.
And then what did Hunter guess?
It's been having a little too many nuts.
Squirrel with the walnut.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Yeah.
That's what I thought it was.
So we went
Anyway.
from
All right, Mikey,
fox,
you're next.
So I'll let you know right now that mine took a turn.
That's why this game's so much fun.
So I started off with range.
Range. Okay.
Oh. Okay, so
That kind of makes sense.
so while I draws this,
Hush, Lily.
it makes some sense.
It's a scope with range in it.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Yep. Okay, now I get it.
looks more like chain.
And so Mom writes a gauge.
I thought that was like 25 meters. Like, I don't know, maybe.
I mean, gauge and range is fair. I mean, it's kind of the same.
Yeah, and then Hunter draws this. I don't know what he was thinking
The
here.
speedometer and fuel gauge.
And so what Lily gets out of this is pizza party and the aliens.
Hunter, what's yours?
Wow. Okay, so mine started out as PT training. Because I thought
Okay.
Michael went after me, so I figured he'd be good at that. Oh my god.
So actually, Lily must have done a pretty darn good job.
I mean, Lily drew.
People doing push-ups.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I was holding it sideways. I thought they were looking at the sky holding their hands up.
Well, I did not get that.
Anyway. Michael said soldiers pulling guard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's kind of the same thing. Not really.
Not really.
It still has to do with the military. So Wiley drew soldiers and guns.
At a barricade.
Guardrail.
And Mom said, "Do not enter. I will shoot you."
Okay. So mine started out as antique car. And Jen done a pretty good job at drawing an antique car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Model T.
I mean, more of a truck, but still same. Hunter said Mater from Cars. Lily drew a couple of Jetson cars with, I don't know, thoughts coming out
I
of
thought
them.
it said matter in cars. So I was like,
And
the people
Hunter
are yelling.
Mikey guessed Road Rangers.
Rage.
Road rage.
Road Ragers, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was nonsense talking.
Okay.
Okay.
Here, I got it.
Oh, okay.
So, wait. These are not in order. Never mind. Yeah, here, hold that. Okay, alright. So, I started out with road trip. Oh, it's kind of hard to read.
Yeah.
Road trip, alright. So, Hunter drew a car on a road.
With a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit.
Okay. Lily guessed running over pedestrians.
I thought someone hit somebody.
So Michael drew a car driving into a bunch of a car driving into a bunch of people. And then Wiley guessed mass murder. So our road trip turned into mass murder.
Holy cow.
And that's Telestrations. Alright, this is the end of our day with Michael. Michael, say bye. We love you guys. We started the day with an awesome ceremony, good food, a fun game, and now we're going to feed him some of these leftovers real quick before we have to take him back because he's got about 30 minutes till he has to check back in. So, we love you, Michael, and it was so awesome spending time with you today, and we'll see you again tomorrow. So,
yes.
All right, bye, y'all.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, he actually looks forward to seeing us.
Yes, I do.
Never thought those words would come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all.
There are moments in life that you plan, and then there are moments that just happen. This trip started with a plan. For months, we had been preparing for something really important, going to Michael's graduation from Army basic training. And let me tell you, that experience was incredible. Watching him accomplish something that big, seeing him step into that next chapter of his life, it's something we will never forget. That was the plan. But somewhere along the way, we made a decision. Instead of just going there and coming straight back, we said, why not turn this into something more? Why not make it a full-blown road trip? And take that opportunity to make memories as a family. That's how this part happened. Jekyll Island wasn't on the schedule. It wasn't something we had mapped out weeks in advance. It was a last-minute decision. One of those, hey, we're already here, let's just go for it. And I'm so glad we did. Because standing there, watching Hunter and Lily see the ocean for the very first time, that moment, you can't plan that kind of feeling. The way they looked out at the water, like it just kept going on forever. The excitement, the wonder, the pure joy on their faces. That's the kind of memory that sticks with you. This was just one stop, one small piece of a much bigger trip. But somehow, it became one of the most meaningful. Because it reminded me of something. As parents, we spend so much time focused on what needs to get done, building a life, providing, planning ahead, saving money for the future, and especially living the way we do, there's always work waiting. Always something that needs fixing, or building, or figuring out. And it's easy to fall into the mindset of, we'll make time later. But later isn't promised, and moments like this, they don't wait. That beach, that day, it wasn't about perfection. It wasn't about having everything lined up just right. It was about being present, letting the kids run, letting them explore, letting them experience something completely new for the very first time. And it made me realize we don't always need a perfect plan to make something meaningful. Sometimes the best memories come from the decision we didn't overthink, the stops we almost didn't make, the moments that weren't on our schedule. Because one day, these firsts will be behind us. They won't be seeing the ocean for the first time anymore. They won't be running ahead of us with that same kind of wonder. And we won't get these memories back. This trip was about celebrating Michael, and it absolutely did that. But it also became something more. It became a reminder to slow down when you can, to say yes when the opportunity is there, to turn the journey into something just as important as the destination. So if you're watching this and you've been waiting for the right time, maybe this is your reminder. Sometimes the right time is the moment you're already in. Take the detour. Make the stop. Turn the trip into an adventure. Because the memories you make along the way, those are the things that stay with you. Jekyll Island wasn't planned, but it was one of the best decisions we ever made. And it was so worth it.
I already set the window up.
Don't lower the gym, can't pass windows.
Now we also have to go. Look at the wall.
I mean, it's just seashells.
Walls are just seashells too.
Talk about using what you have.
Imagine being the one going around collecting all of
Right, yeah.
Look where the fireplace went.
Wonder where the fireplace went.
Nice people. Someone probably just yoinked it.
No. It's not quite how that works, Sully.
I think it was built onto right here. That looks like it had something on it.
But this is it, so we love you guys. We appreciate you for watching, following along, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye, y'all.